This is where trust actually gets rebuilt, not in big dramatic moments, but in small daily evidence. Here are the 4 tools and 1 boundary script that make it real. To our final lesson. Lesson 4. We've made trust something you can see, its layers, its dimensions, its phases. Now let's bring it right down to the everyday, because this is where trust is actually rebuilt, not in big dramatic moments, but in small daily evidence gathered patiently over time. I want to give you 4 simple tools and a way to hold a boundary that won't cost you the relationship. The first tool is a trust evidence log. Each day you jot down 1 piece of trustworthy behavior you actually saw, just 1. Because when you're exhausted, your mind hides the progress from you, and this log hands it straight back. The second is micro commitments, tiny doable actions, small enough to succeed, meaningful enough to count. They're the building blocks of reliability, and they work whether you're noticing theirs or quietly keeping your own. I'll text when I leave work, that sort of thing. The third is a mini trust agreement, a simple shared plan, what each of you needs to feel safe when you'll check in and how you'll repair when something slips. And if you can't fill it in together just yet, draft your side first. That's still the foundation doing its work. Here's a gentle check-in you can lean on when the moment's right. How are you feeling about your recovery this week? What's helped? What's been hard? And how can I best support you right now? 4 small questions asked calmly that keep the door open. Now, boundaries. Because they protect that safety dimension and they're so often misunderstood. A boundary is not a punishment, and it is not an ultimatum. An ultimatum says, you have to stop or I'm done, and it hands all the power to them. A boundary is different. It's a calm decision about what you will do. I won't keep alcohol in the house. If you choose to drink, I'll ask you to do that elsewhere. Do you hear the difference? The first you can't enforce. The second is entirely yours to keep. When you set one, lead with I, so it can be heard rather than fought. Something like, I'm not comfortable with this. Going forward, I will do this. This isn't about punishment. It's about what I need to feel safe. State it once, calmly, and then let your actions do the talking. And start with just 1 boundary, small enough that you can genuinely hold it. And finally, setbacks, because they happen. And a setback handled well can actually deepen trust rather than destroy it. There are 4 gentle steps, and they're in your workbook as the repair protocol. Acknowledge what happened, understand the impact it had, explain without excusing, and agree together on what happens next. That's your toolkit. 5 dimensions to see by, 4 phases to find yourself in, and a small handful of daily tools, all so that you, the foundation, can keep your feet under you and rebuild trust intentionally a little at a time. You don't have to use every one, and you certainly don't have to do it perfectly. Pick 1 thing, start there. Thank you for spending this time with me. You're doing hard, quiet, courageous work, and you're doing it with real care. Now, a wee bit about me in this whole trust arena. Was my trust lost, burnt to the ground, more like, utterly destroyed, For the longest time, my emotions swung from high to low and back again, day by day, some days hour by hour. And underneath it all sat that question so many of us carry. What did I do wrong as a mother? Where did I fail? Should I have seen it sooner? I asked myself those more times than I could ever count. So if you're asking them too, I understand, truly I do. But here's what I know now, having come out the other side. You didn't cause this, and the blame you've been carrying was never yours to hold. The steady ground you're building, lesson by lesson, is the very thing that brought me back, and it can bring you back too. Be gentle with yourself as you go. You're not behind. You're rebuilding one small, steady step at a time. You can't control their recovery, but you are the foundation the rest is rebuilt on. That's part one complete. Your companion workbook has every tool from this lesson: the evidence log, the micro-commitments planner, the mini-trust agreement, and the repair protocol. When you're ready to go further, part 2, trust after relapse, and part 3, trust for the long haul, are waiting in their own playlists. Subscribe so you don't miss them, and I'll see you there.